Hello again. Today we're going to do a very interesting project. Interesting because I designed it myself. And before we do that, let me invite you again to watch my vlog, Teacher Lilli De Leon vlog. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and even share my YouTube channel, especially this project. So let me invite you to join me as we do this pattern. I call it the wavy scarf pattern. Hi everyone, this is Lilli De Leon again, and today we're going to do a knitting project. It took me a while to be able to do this video because I wanted to make my own design so I can show you the step-by-step on how to do this one that I just finished doing, the wavy scarf. I call it the wavy scarf. So I used this yarn, the dyed cotton yarn, and I like the fall of this yarn. This is a 100% cotton, and I used this size 4.5 or 4. I think this is 4.5 knitting needle, circular needle. I need a circular needle because we will need many stitches later on when we get to the bottom row, because of that we will need this extra length of for the many stitches that you will put on your knitting needle. So maybe the straight needles will not hold all the stitches that you will need for this project. So I suggest that you use this. This is an 80 cm 4.5 mm knitting needle. So you can also do this on finer yarns, but you will use the smaller size knitting needle. And maybe you can still cast on the same number of stitches, but maybe you will add more rows to your pattern. Okay, so let's start by casting on. First, you will cast on 40 stitches, and then put a marker, cast on 5, marker, and then cast on 40 again. That makes it 85 stitches. Siguro you will need about mga 2 yards of the yarn for your slip knot because we will use the long tail method. But I'll just make a small sample, so maybe I'll just need a yard. I'll make a shorter version of our project, so I can just demonstrate to you the different rows that we're going to make. Okay, the slip knot is counted as 1 stitch, so I will cast on 20 on both sides. So 2, 3, 4, 5. If you will notice, I don't put them next to each other. That way, my cast on will be loose. Especially if you're a tight knitter, this is one way to loosen your cast on stitches. You leave a little space between the stitches. So you have done 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'll just make 20. Assuming that we have made 40 stitches, so you will make 40, cast on 40 stitches. You will put a marker. this is very important. Put a marker after 40 stitches. And then cast on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then put another marker. So you have 2 markers now. 40 cast on, 5, and then another 40. But this time I'll just make 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I made 20. Assuming that we have done 40. So if you were going to do the pattern, 40 cast on, marker, 5 cast on, and then another 40. So you have 85 stitches. So let's go now to row 1, I'm sorry. Row 1. You always start your rows by knit 1, knit front and back. Okay, so I'll show you how to do the knit front and back. First you do knit 1. So we will do knit knit 1. So this is, I'm sorry, I'm knitting on the wrong, I used the wrong yarn. So we'll use the long. So this is round 1. Knit 1. So that's 1. This project, and you're going to do this assuming that you already know how to knit and purl. And this is how you do the knit front and back. So knit, the usual knit, the front, and then do not drop your stitch. You make another knit at the back. So that's the back, knit. So you have 2 stitches on the second cast on. So you have now 3 stitches instead of 2, because you are increasing every start of the row. That's one way to increase your stitches. Knit front and back. So after knit 1 and knit front and back, continue with your knit. Knit up to the marker. So knit everything up to your marker. So you will have to knit 40, but no, knit 1, knit front and back, and then knit the remaining 38 stitches. That will be your number of stitches on this side will become 41 because you have increased 1 stitch. So assuming that you have knitted the 40 stitches, you will reach the first marker. So now you have 41 stitches, and then you have your marker. When you get to the marker, okay, after 40 stitches, it will become 41 because of the increase, the knit front and back. You do a yarn over. Yarn over and then slip your marker. And then knit 5. These center stitches, the 5 stitches, will remain 5 from start to finish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then slip your marker again, and then knit all the stitches until you get you will leave 2 stitches I will just do this first row and then. So assuming that you have 40 stitches on this side after the center, you will knit all, but you leave the 2 stitches undone. I mean, you get knit until the last 2 stitches. So, few more. So, assuming that I have knitted 38 stitches because I'm going to leave 2 stitches from the end. Okay. So at this point, I have done 38 stitches, and then you will knit front and back again. Knit front, don't release this stitch, knit back. So that means you have increased 1 stitch, and then knit 1 at the end. So now, if you're doing the pattern, you will now have 41 here, 5, and then 41. But you have, you have this yarn over, so it will be 42, increase here, and then here 42, 5, and then 42, because you made a yarn over. I'm sorry, I don't think I made a yarn over here. Anyway, I'll show you how to correct if you forget how to do the yarn over. I will teach you what to do when you forget. So you don't forget, you need to do a yarn over, marker, knit 5, marker, yarn over, and then knit 38, knit front and back, and then knit 1. So you will now have 41 stitches plus 1 yarn over on each side. That is row 1. Okay, now to row 2. In row 2, you start again with knit 1, and then knit front and back, and then knit all the stitches, including the yarn over. So you will knit all up to the yarn over. But since I forgot to do a yarn over here, I'll teach you how to correct that. If we missed a yarn over, this is what you will do. Remember what I told you, my teacher in the US? She taught me how to use my middle finger as the one holding the working yarn, because this can help, move the yarn so it's faster. You can see how my point finger is helping set the yarn so I can pick it up easily. Okay. Here, supposed to be, you should have had a yarn over here. Since I forgot to do a yarn over, what you can do is you can pick this up and do a yarn. That is your yarn over. So, and then move the marker, slip marker, knit 5, knit 5, slip marker, and then knit the yarn over and all the other stitches until the last 2 stitches, because you will do knit front and back here and then knit 1. So if you will notice, every row you are starting with knit front, knit back. So one row you are increasing, first row you're increasing 1 stitch and the yarn over. The next row you're stitching again on each side, yarn over, so you are not adding. So for every 2 rows you are increasing 5 stitches. For every 2 rows, you are increasing 5 stitches. So you repeat 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Keep doing that until you get to the point where you have 58 stitches on your on both sides, and then 5 stitches in the middle. So you will have to do that. Medyo matagal, that might take you about 10 or 12 rows. And that is all this. See, you are increasing on both sides. So here, you're increasing. So you will do rows 1 and 2 until you get to the 58 stitches on one side, 5 in the middle, and 58 on the other side. That means all your stitches, you have 121. So 121, because 58 plus 58 plus 5. So when you have 121 stitches, stop there and you will do the feather and fan rows.